Yo, what's up? This your boy EC22, man. Listen, we're about to join the podcast. Before we do, I need to ask you a question. Are you a FairWeather fan? You may not realize it, but you are. Let me see, can I find it? If you are a FairWeather fan, have you ever filled out a playoff bracket? Guess what? If you have, and it's about to come up in a couple of weeks, you're a FairWeather fan. Yeah. If you ever participated in a GOAT conversation, you know, the greatest of all time, if you ever been in work, quick couple of your buddies talking about it, that qualifies you to be a FairWeather fan. And since you are a FairWeather fan, why don't you go ahead and just go ahead and join the conversation? Let's get it. This your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fan Channel. We are back in for another live podcast. It is Tuesday, and y'all, guess what? I am tardy. I was tardy in high school. I was tardy in college, and why not be tardy on the podcast? I'm so sorry for you guys, but we had some technical difficulties. But we're in this thing now, and we gonna knock this thing out the park. And as well, I got my boy. What's that? 21 years in running over in the no, take that back. 41 years.
41
years. Yeah, 41 and counting. 41 years and counting. Jonathan G, aka Pig, all the way from East Texas. What's up, bro?
Good. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
That's what's up, man. How your week been going, man?
Man, I can't do no complaining for the crypto guys. Man, we've been making money on crypto, man. We've been getting busy with it. Yeah, man. Anybody watching, put a thumbs up or something in the chat, man. We get money on crypto, man. We love to see.
Man, I need to go ahead and join that crypto stuff, man. Hold on. Turn these earphones. But hey, man, let's just dive right on into it, man, real quick. Jason Whitlock, G. A few weeks ago, about a month or so ago, Stephen A. Smith goes on this rant on his show, and he just unloaded on Jason Whitlock, and everybody know he called him a fat bastard, and called him he was a piece of crap, and he was a roach of a human being, and nobody liked him. He just went on for probably about 30 minutes, just digging in this guy, and right. I remember Jason Whitlock from Pardon the Interruption long time ago. And I've known he's always been a guy who always just got something to say. Just always got to be a little bit of controversial. Not necessarily controversial, but if you say up, he'll say down. If you say left, he'll say right. He's just that guy. And but I kept asking myself, G, like, I get him fighting. I get him challenging folks. Was it worth getting called out like that? Bees and just the way he called him out of his name, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. And so I dug a little deeper and come to find out, as you can see, I got on this board right here. Not only has he came out to Stephen A., he's coming out to Deion Sanders, he's coming out to Shannon Sharp. He has some things about Cam. He's coming out to other colleagues. He's made some very inappropriate remarks throughout his career that's got him put on corrective actions. I mean, this dude has been a journeyman in the media. I mean, started out with Kansas City, their paper, went to ESPN, got fired from there, went on to Fox, didn't work out there, and just kind of all over the place, couple of radio shows and stuff like that. He actually spent 2 times at ESPN, and now he lands his home at Blaze Media for his own show. And I've never heard of Blaze Media until this, since Jason Whitlock been over there, but maybe they somebody who just decide they want to invest in them, but man, the dude is controversial. What have you had any thoughts on this dude, and what do you think about this cat, man?
Well, before the Stephen A. stuff blew up, I watched a couple of his podcasts, and kind of what I didn't kind of finish keeping up with it. Kind of was my cup of tea, but but what I kind of got from it was more of this new clickbait era. Once you're off of the big platforms, whoever, the Fox, ESPN, and what do? You kind of get on there and just kind of go outlandish is kind of what this media has kind of become. And even with Stephen A's ridiculousness for him to even respond,
Right,
you know,
right, right.
it even, you know, all of this new, it, it's gotten to where, I mean, how do we get to the point to where we're interested in a media beef?
Right.
I mean, it's all getting
Right,
ridiculous.
right.
You know what I'm saying? How do we come from, you know, this, you know, I don't know. It's just
Bro,
all
it's crazy.
outlandish.
It's crazy you said that because just like you said, it's all clickbait. And here are some things like Jason Whitlock, starting with Dion. His whole thing with Dion, his beef, because he did a video with one of my favorite gospel rappers, D1. And D1 sat down with him, and he kind of told D1 kind of his problem with these guys that's on the screen. And his issue with Deion Sanders is simply because Deion is a Christian, and he feels that the gold chains wearing, you know, the way he talks, he feel like after being at 56 years old, Deion should be a little bit more humble. He should have not. He feel like when he see Deion now in Colorado, he feel like it's the same Deion he saw when Deion was playing football, and he said he been knowing Deion for quite some time. And he feel like there should be some change. Same way with Cam Newton. Cam Newton being a whole lot younger than Jason Whitlock. He feel that because Cam Newton talks about his faith in Christ, that he should be a little different. But just like you said, we watching this show, and it's always like Jason Whitlock, you know, on people, you know what I'm saying? The very thing that you despise, you have become, you know.
You have become, right. What are we doing here?
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but what's funny, when he took Shannon Sharp, but this was funny. Now, his beef with Shannon Sharp, and I remember Shannon Sharp went on Club Shay Shay and basically said that, listen, you can't do what I do. And I didn't know who he was talking about because a lot of times Shannon Sharp don't name drop. But he said, you can't do what I do. And then watching Jason Whitlock respond on D1 with D1, he basically raised his hand and said that was me, like a hit dog will holler. Yeah, he was talking about me saying he can't do what he do. And he goes on to talk about how, you know, journalism is not, you know, the new, is not, you know, it's kind of going away. And I get it, you know, the old school of journalism, because information is ready and available. Now you don't have people, I mean, you still got people going out in the trenches, getting information from the sources itself and stuff like that, filling out these columns and stuff like that, and coming around and reporting it to us. But right now it's like, bruh, you know, we can get it ourselves, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. But he says Shannon Sharp is doing it the easy way. Shannon Sharp is a quote unquote sellout for promoting himself, for betting on himself, and doing whatever it takes to get followers, you know what I'm saying, and viewers. And the last time I checked, his show was on YouTube too.
Right.
So like part of me wanted to believe him, but I'm just like, I don't understand his rhetoric right now.
Well, what again? What it just seems like to me, when it's all fine and dandy when you up there with ESPN and thinking you know what I mean, but it's like a jealousy, or it's a I don't want to say jealousy. It's a man. I can do that, but you ain't done it.
Right.
Type of, you know, like angle. You know what I mean.
Right,
so it's like it all becomes a reach at some point. Jason Whitlock, you would do better just giving an honest about sports and quit worrying about people.
Yeah.
Again, that's kind of what it boils down to. I like Shannon Sharp show, but you know, kind of the bigger he get, it almost becomes the same thing.
Yeah. You know, so before I go talk about Shannon Sharp, Jason Whitlock, if you ever watch this podcast, you and I can have a sit down conversation if you care. But just like you, I am a born again believer. You goes on and you talks about how you look at your weight and you look at how you gluttony and stuff like that, and you use that as an excuse to try to say that because you're aware of your wrongdoing, others should be aware too. And I totally understand that viewpoint. But at the end of the day, you know, they have the right to manage their own self. You know what I'm saying? And there has to be grace given for a time frame to change. You know,
Correct.
you don't know the truth behind Deion other than what you see on TV. So to judge Deion based on your couch and on your computer is not fair to Deion, just like you wouldn't nobody want to address you, Jason Whitlock.
Correct.
I will stand in your corner on the situation with Stephen A. Smith. Nobody deserves to get talked about that bad, because I don't think anything that you've done to Stephen A. wasn't personal. It was all about a professional beef, like G said, a media beef, right? You're challenging him and you're going to troll him for whatever you can. But I don't think that deserved and warranted the disrespect that he gave you. But you know, this is always our culture doing it. You sent me a text earlier talking about Shannon Sharpe saying how you started not to like it. What was that about, man? Talk about it, man.
Man, watch this. I said that a couple of days. I forget what exactly what it was that was on my mind. But it is. It's the same thing. It's like his show. Where at first it was like he was
You want me to read the text that I got for you?
Yeah,
You said, hot take, I no longer a fan of Shannon Sharpe. Skip Bayless told you to put your glasses back on and loud talk him and everything. Nothing, but he want to jump on Mike Epps and Morant, old man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do remember. Okay, yeah. Now, you're right. I remember that now. Okay, and that was my issue with him. That morning on my way to work, I felt like, well, the comedian does a comedian joke.
Yeah.
Include you in the joke and rag on you a little bit. And you want to fight the man about his joke, the brother man.
Yeah.
But Skip Bayless told, boy, put your damn glasses on, boy. And you run off the show.
Yeah. Well, you know, the one thing about Mike Epps is that and Shannon Sharpe said that he can tolerate people talking about him because he said that's part of NFL, the personality of the NFL. You're gonna get talked about. You go out there and just got to prove it wrong. He said what he didn't like the fact that hold on, I got a comment real quick. Oh, he's talking about Jason Whitlock. Yeah, he don't like Jason Whitlock either. He butthurt because it's not as hard as he should. That's exactly what Jason Whitlock do, man. Thanks, Martez, for watching. I'll be on y'all show later on. But Shannon, he said Mike Epps tried to clown him by saying that he said he lied, saying that he wanted to come on the show. That Uncle Shannon invited him to come on the show, and it was the opposite. It was still a little petty for my taste for they to go out like that, but I mean they dapped it up, they broed it out or whatever, so they good on that regard. So I'm not tripping.
Right, and again, all I'm saying is again, Mike Epps is, you know, how do we start the same thing with the media? How did it start becoming comedian beats?
What up, Blue? Dude, that's where we're at right now. Everything is a beef. You talking about media beef, comedian beefs. I mean, that's where we're at right now. And dude, you already got, you know, sports beef. You know what I'm saying? Cats and the superstars beef against superstars and stuff like that. And that's normal. That's normal, you know, sports behavior. We trash talk, whatever. But dude, it's getting to the point to where it's entertaining for one. It's definitely entertaining, you know. And to a degree, yeah.
To a degree.
But I do wonder sometimes what other coaches are thinking about us. Like, if you want to be entertained, let's turn on YouTube and let's get entertained and see how they go at each other. I don't know, bro.
Right. I guess that's kind of like where, you know, the side where when I feel like it's all stupid.
Yeah.
You know that's why a lot of the stuff, you know, I really try not, you know, I see it I may listen to it just to see what the gist of it is.
Yeah.
And then I stay out of that. Like I watched, like for instance, the Shannon Sharp Cat Williams interview. I watched that whole interview. I watched it. It was a good interview. But once you string all these interviews together, where it's Cat Williams, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and all of these people, and they all trying to spill their own little mix to make themselves look like, make themselves look like, each individual trying to make themselves look like, the good guy.
But you know what?
And it all becomes a mess.
Yeah, I want to know, out of the 60+ million views that interview got, and I think it was like $600 something thousand or something like that. He got well, no, was it? He got, I think he got close to a couple of millions off that one view, video. I'm like, did you break Cat off anything? Because he pretty much put that on spin.
That whole right. You basically on him all.
Cut me a check. But we're gonna leave these media folk alone, because we understand they do what they do, because guess what, G? We one of them. So we ain't gonna be having no beef though. Let's go on.
We're not beefing with other media outlets.
No, we join them. Yeah, we join them. We join the podcast, man. Yeah. We love it all, man.
It's power in numbers.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna jump on over to the NFL, man. Like I say, it's NBA, it's basketball season, but NFL won't leave me alone for whatever reason. But my man, Jason Kelce, has retired. Thank you, Jason Kelce, for 13 seasons. And you see, G, I got that little picture of him doing a tire commercial.
Yeah.
I put this up here for Max because I wanted Max to see how
Max, where's Max at?
He said Cat got it up, but I wanted to let him know that Jason Kelce and Eagles are doing washed up tire commercials. It was him, Fletcher Cox, and another guy in that commercial. But I always poke fun of the Philadelphia Eagles every chance I give. But no, but this guy right here, man, heck of a player, man. His presence gonna be missed in the league, man. Definitely a Hall of Famer in my opinion, man. Congratulations to you, Jason Kelce. It was emotional interview he did, or post interview, whatever they call it, at the podium talking. It was very emotional to him. But man, kudos to you. My salute you, sir. And that's good news for a guy leaving. Then we got bad news in the NFL. Russell Wilson has been can I say fired?
Right. Or relieved of his duties.
This was funny, but this was funny about this whole situation with Russell Wilson, in my opinion. We all knew it was coming. Nobody was surprised.
Right. We knew it was coming. Yeah, absolutely. He knew it was coming. Absolutely.
No, so we knew it was coming, but why did we all act surprised when it happened? I ain't gonna lie. When I saw it happen, I was like, I'm gonna tell you what did it for me. The interview he did with Brandon Marshall, and he stated on his interview, during the interview, he said, man, out of all the teams that he could go to, he still choose Denver because that's where he's at. And I thought maybe he knew something that we didn't know. Now, we knew they had salary cap issues and stuff like that. There was no, I'm like, okay, are they going to work out, move another folk around? But I just saw that video actually it was Monday morning, and then Monday afternoon, they sent him his pink slip saying goodbye. But what's next for Russell Wilson? I mean, the dude getting $39 million next year to play. And of course, the Broncos, they in all types of situations trying to figure out their salary cap, but that's not his fault. $39 million is a play, so he can go to any team for less than a nickel, I guess. I don't know. The top team.
If I'm Russell, I mean, everyone's different, man. I'd be done, man.
You be done? He's only 36 years old. He's only 36. I think 35, 36. He's feel like he's been in the league forever, but yeah.
Right. But he has been in the league forever. He really has. Now, again, that's just me. I think, I would say, man, I done played enough. I'm not going to degrade my legacy and keep going other places. I already done won Super Bowls and stuff. I'll just get out of there.
You see,
that's me.
He said Russell's on the way out the door. Sean Payton got him. When Sean Payton, he was already a done deal with Pace Green and Russell Nash, TV on the sideline. I knew then, yep. I think if Russ going to win the franchise and give a quarterback, whoever gets him will get him for real cheap. And that's the name of the game. You bet on yourself. Everybody talked about how he went out there and he pretty much bankrupt Denver. But like you said, G, we talked about this over a year ago. You know what I'm saying? The name of the game is a business, right? You got to make your money. And whether it makes sense to the fans or whether it makes sense to organization to spend that much money on a guy, at the end of the day, they spend that much money on him. Oh, we got some interference going on over at his crib. Hey, Jessica. Hey, we doing a podcast. Gee, I need you to be still.
my bad. Hey, give me a few minutes, man. My wife just walked in.
Bro. We gotta finish this up. We just can't cut off in the
Okay, go ahead. I'm tripping. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So run away live, man. Let's finish this up, man.
Yeah, I got you. Now, what you say, Russell Wilson?
We won't be long, but no. So like we say, Russell Wilson, definitely. I mean, the Raiders is a good chance to land him. I like him being the Steelers. I don't like him being in Atlanta. I don't like him being in Minnesota. But I think Raiders and Steelers is a good place to go. I think if you go to Raiders, I think I don't see him and that coach gelling for whatever reason. I don't think they're going to gel real well. But that's a top place. That's a place they want to go. Vegas, Sierra can have a residency there. That's what people are saying. But I think playing with Mike Tomlin is probably the best fit for him.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the NBA. Move on to the NBA so we can get on out of here real quick. The Boston Celtics.
Yes.
They're number one team in the league by a long shot, bro. By a
long shot. Yes, sir.
Long shot. They're currently at 48 wins. Do you think they can get to 60? They got about 20 games to go. They got to get 12. 12 out of the 20. Do you think they'll get 60 games? Is it possible for that team?
I mean, I believe so. I absolutely believe so. Because they be absolutely balling. They definitely be balling.
He said,
and I don't think. Go ahead.
I'm looking at the comments real quick. Lou said Pittsburgh has already came out and said they're not pursuing Wilson, Cousins, or Fields. Well, that sucks. He said Russ only has 3 possible destinations still to Washington and Tampa. So that's another good one with Tampa Bay since they let Eric Bieniemy go. There was another thing that said that Russ could go over there to Washington. And at least give that young quarterback some type of veteran leadership, but that's, we don't know about that. Boston will get the 60 wins easily. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll get to 60 easy. I mean, there's some good teams in the league, but the better teams are the better teams.
Yeah.
Type issue.
Now, I brought this up because, getting to 60 wins and, it's a great accomplishment. It's a great milestone for any team in the NBA to get that many wins. I mean, the Mavericks done it. There's 3 other teams that's done it. But with that being said, getting 60 wins don't always lead to a championship, NBA Finals championship. Do you think this Boston Celtics teams is more of the same to where they are regular season teams and then fell in the playoffs, or do you think they can go all the way this year?
Oh, I just still don't necessarily see them winning the championship, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just still don't see them winning.
Your reasons for?
For some reason, I just still don't think they're gonna be the strongest team in a 7-game series.
Yeah.
I believe they can beat anybody in a 1 game. I don't really see them like in a 7-game series. Again, I like Oklahoma over them. I still like Dallas over them.
So if it comes up to be Dallas and Boston, Dallas can knock them off in the finals?
I believe so. I believe been built better.
I don't think they'll come out of the East, truthfully. I think that Milwaukee team is I think they're getting ready. I think they got it. They got it together. I think they got it together. And that'll be their biggest fight. I mean, they still got other teams like Cleveland, New York, and stuff like that. So hopefully that if Joel Embiid get healthy before the playoffs starts, they'll be a team to contend with. But a lot of these players are getting injured at the wrong time with just a little under 20 games to go. A lot of players are getting injured. I'm not going to go through the injury report, but that's something that's going to play an factor with all these teams.
Right. It's definitely going to affect what's going on.
Yeah. The last thing on the list I want to talk about, and this is probably one of your favorite conversations, and I know this probably I'm going to let you have it on this one right here.
Yeah.
And we haven't quite gotten there yet, but yeah. Mr. 40,000. This has been echoing through. Everybody's been talking about it. Does this make him the GOAT? 40,000. Does it make LeBron the GOAT?
No. No. Absolutely no. LeBron will, maybe just my personal opinion, LeBron is a GOAT. He is not the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT along the lines of Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, or any other GOATs that we want to name.
Yeah.
It doesn't simply make him the GOAT, though. Still so many guys that I feel like were just better, maybe just better players than him.
Yeah.
I mean, people.
Coach said it's debatable now. It's debatable now whether he's a GOAT or not. Yeah. Coach Martinez, Coach, he actually has Magic Johnson as his GOAT. And like I told you, Coach had a great spiel on Magic Johnson where, a great argument to where it was hard to debate him on it because I wasn't ready. But for LeBron, you're talking about at this time in his career, at this age, at this long, getting 40,000 points, obviously with a long career. I saw something on TikTok where they started talking about at 15 years, where players were at 15 years. And I think Jordan was topping the list for players of 15 years at the 15-year mark, how many points they had. But then again, you can say, just like you said with Barry Sanders, you don't get a trophy when you quit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stay in the game. So just because you quit, somebody stayed in the game and got more, that still counts. And for LeBron to be still playing at the level, my only problem right now, and I get it's a young man sports, but he's still playing at a high level. But he's, there are rare times he's the leading scorer on his team. Win night in and night out, which I can respect because there's something to be said with him trying to pass the torch. I guess you know what I'm saying. I feel like but. Does it make him the greatest player of all time?
Nah. I got so many. He just hadn't for me. And I know people gonna have their own opinions.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just still other guys that I feel like he hadn't passed. I don't think. To me, how do you skip a guy so fast? How does a previous GOAT get skipped?
Yeah, that's true.
Like that. You know what I mean? How do you get skipped? What would make? I'm just saying. Whenever.
Hold up, Julius. Come and see. Lewis said LeBron is on Mount Rushmore after GOAT and never will be the GOAT. Dog, he's close, but having to be the finals 10 times. And has a part of 6 losses in the finals. Yeah. The dark resume, right? The dark spot is lost in 2011 against the Dallas Mavericks, right? Now, Coach asked a question for you, and I'm gonna put it up there. I want you to read it.
This is for me.
He said, he said, who are the other guys? You said that LeBron James. How could he pass the other guys? So who are the other guys you're speaking of on the GOAT list that you think LeBron should not have passed?
Well, just to let Coach know, because I know you know E.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody passing Will Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Period. I don't have anybody passing Will Chamberlain. So that's the one guy. I don't have to go into Jordan or whoever else anybody else want to say.
Yeah.
First off, I'm saying he got to pass LeBron. He got to pass Kobe, Michael Jordan, and Man, he got to pass all of those guys, like kind of like playing Double Dragon. So he got to go through all of these other bosses before he
Hey,
get to the final boss.
Coach trolling you over here. I like it. Yeah.
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
I love to hear it. But people talk again. But people talk about scoring. Will made it to 10,000 for faster than any player. Made it to 20,000 faster than any player. Made it to 30,000 faster than any player. More rebound, more block. Led the league in assists. You know, and I could go on and on and on and on. Average 50 points and 25 rebounds a season.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We ain't never seen that.
Coach said he got to know the list because he's going to eat it alive on the show, on his show.
That's fine. I know you, Coach. I know you angling for Magic. Right off the bat, I'm angling for Will. There it is.
Wasn't they both well? But wasn't Will a Laker? So we got Laker versus Laker.
Yep, two Laker legends.
Yeah,
2 Laker legends.
But I don't think Will is a Laker legend, though, is he? I think he played Lakers and is late in his career.
Well, he is absolutely every team he played on. He's a legend from the Sixers, Golden State. Again, the average person really can't even tell you what team Wilt was on and who he was playing with or against, other than Bill Russell.
Hey, Louis Memphis, the professor said that I can see G's point, though. He said hard to argue that when you start talking about 50 points, 25 rebounds a game, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's a big that is a big accomplishment. But like you said, my GOAT is Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I just think, and I go by the emotional pick as far as, you know, what we saw as kids coming up. And even though LeBron James getting 40,000 points, like I said, like Lou said, it definitely puts him in the Rushmore. He's already been there. There's nothing he can do now that would change his GOAT status. You know, there's nothing he can do at this point. I mean, you know, he won't be in the league much longer. Waiting on one of his kids to get in there. But for what Jordan did and what we saw and what I saw, the way these kids are playing now is all because of him and his style of play. He's my GOAT. He's my GOAT. Right. And I can go X's and O's. I can go, you know what I'm saying, stats and stuff like that. But I'm gonna say that for later date because Coach got Magic and I gotta give my argument points for Coach when he talk about Magic.
Right. I'm a huge Magic fan. I'm a huge Magic fan. So I, without even hearing this argument, Magic Johnson is definitely a GOAT, a dog. So I know he gonna have some valid points.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you what I did after hearing his take on Magic. You know, I went back and I definitely went back and I started watching the highlights of Magic. And man, I ain't gonna say I almost changed my mind, but boy, it sure put me in the thought process.
Right.
Right. Said, I know debates like this come down to the era of basketball. People use that in argument. Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard ever to me, but it's hard to put him over Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But Magic is in the conversation. Absolutely. It definitely. Yeah, we can't say era because people like who they like and they love what they love. But yeah, definitely the greatest point guard of all time is definitely Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson. But man, you know the one thing I love about Magic Johnson, right? When you watch his highlights, and you go watch highlights of Jason Kidd and go watch highlights of Steve Nash, you know what he brought to the game. You can't tell me those guys what eating that knowledge up and doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about you got Jason Williams, White Chocolate out there doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Mike Bibby out there doing his thing. You know, them guys out there with their passing skills and stuff like that, taking a lead from Magic Johnson when they did what he was able to do at the point guard position, and he was a big dude doing it. You know,
correct.
I love that just coming across the half court and throwing a bounce pass to the paint. Who does that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Magic Johnson. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The legendary Magic Johnson.
Lou said now I have to start the show and talk about this. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish this conversation. G, I know you got a lot of things to get on. I'm gonna let you finish getting your husbandly duties on. I don't have a room in this house you to come stay in. So tell Jessica I'm sorry. So,
right.
On that note, man, G, you got any final words before we get on off of here?
Just one more time for Coach. I just make sure Coach see me. I said that Wilt Chamberlain went on to lead the league in assists. Come on, man. The center
as a 7
that
footer.
had just averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds. He turned around and led the league in assists.
Hey, that's Boss Hog status right there. That's baller status right there.
I want to hear it.
If you can, man, you can join the show, Faith Talk Radio. It'll be coming on here in the next 4 minutes. Let me jump on over there and get in their background.
Right. I'm on tune in on Facebook.
That'll work, man. Yo, this your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fan channel, man. Thanks you guys for tuning. We had a little technical difficulty early, but we got through it. Once again, join us on next Tuesday, 6 o'clock. And we'll jump into it, man. Thanks, G, for joining us, man. I appreciate it. Thanks you guys for watching, for Coach, the Professor. And man, we're out. We see you guys next week. Anytime.